have an article that follows this story. Let's just straight up get into it. So, as we all know, it says Illinois deputy charged in fatal shooting of a woman who reported an intruder. So obviously it was someone who was prowling. She got nervous. She got a pot of boiling water and she was going to use that as a defense mechanism. The deputy, Sean Grayson, is facing 3 counts of first-degree murder, aggravated battery with a firearm, and official misconduct, according to the statement from the attorney. Okay, he entered a not guilty plea at his arraignment and was detained pre-trial release. The deputy was fired from the Sangamon County Sheriff's Department this week because of what ended up happening with his misconduct that took place. This is the overall story and the timeline for what took place. 2 sheriff deputies were dispatched to a Springfield, Illinois residence at about 12:50 a.m. on July 6th to investigate a possible prowler, and that's why she called, okay? At approximately 1:21 a.m., the deputies reported that shots had been fired, resulting in a female being struck by gunfire. And this is all according to the sheriff's statements. Deputies immediately administered first aid until EMS arrived. The woman was transported to St. John's Hospital, where she was later then pronounced dead. Okay, no deputies were injured. But here's the thing about it. The shooting was investigated for use of deadly force by the Illinois State Police at the request of the county sheriff's office. According to the attorney, a review of the investigation and the body-worn camera footage found that Grayson was not justified in his use of deadly force. According to charging documents filed in Sangamon County Court, Grayson allegedly shot Massey, okay, this is the woman, in the face after the deputy aggressively yelled for her to put her boiling water pot down, okay? So what it appears is she had it out like, okay, I'm afraid because there's some prowler. That's why I called the police officers. And then guy sees it. That's a threat to me, is what he's saying. Put it down. She puts it down. He then ends up shooting her. Grayson then allegedly discouraged his partner from retrieving a medical kit to render aid to Massey. Now, what you have to know as well is police officers are supposed to render aid. That's not an optional thing, okay? Just like when you're a doctor or in the medical field, it doesn't matter if you don't like the person's shoes. It doesn't matter if you don't like what the person looks like, or whatever the case may be. You can't just say, I mean, you take a Hippocratic oath for a reason. You can't just say, man, I really don't want to help this person out though. I mean, I really don't want them to live. You can't do that. That's not a thing. Okay. You have to render aid. You're supposed to help. So you're supposed to help. So the fact that you're telling your partner, nah, just let her die.
No justice, no peace. No racist, police. No justice, no peace.
The family has asked us to be patient, to be understanding, and to give them time to process the video. We've seen the video. We are aware of what happened and how it happened. And certain things are being done right now to make sure that everything is in place so we can have complete justice and resolve to this issue.
Power!
But it says the other deputy ignored him and proceeded to render aid and stayed with Massey until paramedics had arrived, okay? This says Grayson did not attempt at all to render aid. Gracie only activated his body-worn camera after the shooting took place. So he went and did what he did. When he got there, he had no camera on. Once he ended up murdering this woman for no just cause, he then, after everything said done, then he turned it on. Meanwhile, his partner had it on once they arrived to the scene. So Grayson, he's like, well, I don't know what happened. I mean, I forgot to turn the body camera on. But his partner said, well, I had it on the whole time. And I seen what you did, and the camera saw what you did too. But yeah, so that's the thing about this. This was just poor behavior. You're supposed to be serving and protecting. people can't even call the cops anymore. And we've seen plenty of stories like this that has happened before. But it's like, still, it's a reoccurrence. People can't even call the cops when they feel unsafe. And this has nothing to do with defund the police. This is just poor training. This is someone who was trigger happy, because why would you, if you see all she has is a pot of water and you tell her to put the pot of water down, and then she does it, she complies to what it is that you are requesting, why would you then be like, you know what, I have to shoot you now? What would you gain from doing that? What would be the point in doing that? But let me know what you all think about Seth's story down below.